Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. It's hard to imagine this not being a fun game to watch. It's the Giants going up against the Cardinals. With that, it's time to hook up with our commentators in the booth as we turn it over to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Thank you, Larry. It hosted Super Bowls 42 and 49. And it's University of Phoenix Stadium. That's where we're at in Glendale, Arizona. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the New York Giants and the Arizona Cardinals. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you look at this Cardinal team as they get ready here. They come in losers of 2 straight, so they're trying to right the ship here a little bit.
They're teetering a little bit, aren't they? And now things could really go south if they lose this game.
Two 1-2 teams, each hoping to get back to 500, and we're underway in Week 4. This is taken at his 4. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. So here are the Giants ready to start their initial drive of the game. They'll be led out by their quarterback. He was the final selection in the 2017 draft from Ole Miss, Chad Kelly.
Well, his ratio was good last week. Most quarterbacks are really excited about a 3-to-1 ratio, but it's flipped in the wrong direction. He threw 3 interceptions, not touchdown passes, and he only had the 1 TD pass in that game. So he's trying to turn that around and find a way for his team to win.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. And the big boys up front in the trenches. What do you think of the O-line, Charles?
I love them because this is a group that's so cohesive. They know what the man next to them is going to do at all times, and they operate as a terrific unit.
On 2nd down, Elliott. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. It'll be a loss of 1, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11. So a look here at the key inactives, and we got this list before the game down on the field. And they tell us the same thing every time, don't they? Next man up.
No excuses. Be ready to play. That's the mantra of every organization. The key is having guys on the roster who are capable of filling in and playing at a high level. That's when you know you've drafted well, scouted free agents well, and stocked your team just the way you're supposed to.
12 yards there as they move the chains. 1st down and 10 now for the offensive group. They go play action here on 1st down. He's going to float this one deep right side. So they took a shot on 1st down but couldn't connect. And the big meat on the D-line, we'll see how they do today.
And I'd hate to be an offensive lineman having to deal with these guys. They come in hungry, mean, and confident. They think that no one can block them.
Second down now after the incompletion. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. He only got a couple on that one, so not a ton of help. They'll have a 3rd and 8 forthcoming.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
And that is incomplete.
As my dad used to tell me all the time, when you're getting ready to play a big-time game, especially when you have one going into a dome setting, better strap it up tight because that crowd can really affect things.
Especially on 3rd downs like the one we just saw there with the incompletion. The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away. And that will hit and continue on out of bounds. The Cardinal offense now making their way back out onto the field. Very tough spot here for the offense to start. And he'll get this only up to about the 3-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, not a game that you're going to go crazy about, but when you start at your own 2-yard line, any type of space is good for the offensive guys.
Yeah, you just can't go backwards from here. They did it. Now we'll see if they can keep it on schedule here on 2nd down. And he'll give it here to his running back. Gets by him, and now a little daylight. And they'll get him down up past the 15. They were looking for a cushion from that end zone. He gave it to him, 15 big yards.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Wow, that play got shut down in a hurry.
As soon as the snap came, you can see defensively they were just closing in. That was going nowhere.
Yeah, you count on your offensive line to give you a little bit of space, a little bit of time so you can make a move. There was none there for him.
And this one caught by Delaney Walker. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only are they controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the 2nd and the 3rd levels. You know, get to the line.
Touchdown, Cardinals! Jermaine Kearse, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Cardinals have taken the early lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And this one through the uprights and good. The kicker, Roberto Aguayo, has it teed up and is about ready to get this one started. To return, it's DeAndre Washington. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. And New York set to take the field. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win 1st down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on 1st down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating 1st downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
And he's got some space here. 5 yards on the pickup, and it'll make it 2nd down. Second down to the offense, needing 5 yards. Out of the gun, it's Kelly. Drops it underneath to Elliott. 4 yards on the pickup, and that is going to set up a 3rd and 1. Cool under pressure right there, escaping the pocket and finding what I think was not his primary target.
And some of these guys are just so comfortable getting outside of the pocket that they'll do it on purpose. It doesn't even need to be a breakdown. Just they move, and they know it affects the defense because a lot of times you get lost in coverage in the secondary, and I think you're exactly right. Wasn't his primary target. Found a secondary guy who sprang open, probably because of his movement out of the pocket. We ought to come up with a T-shirt and sell it that says, no indecision on 3rd and 1. And we didn't see it on that run, did we? Got his shoulder square, just got right into the line of scrimmage and picked it up.
Absolutely. Picked his lane, went with it, and converted. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And he's brought down, but not before getting across midfield to the 45. 23 yards on the play.
I feel for some of these guys nowadays because it is so tough to be able to run with these tight ends. Their speed, their elusiveness, especially when they run across the field, because you're not just running with him, you're trying to run through some traffic as well.
On first down, it's Kelly. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and it'll be second down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Now back to the ground with Elliott. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd.
Okay, let's just make this one simple. We know that the running game is not their thing, but they can't just throw it on every single down without expecting some real heat from the pass rush.
Here we go now.
On 3rd down, Elliott. And brought down, but the juke, the very nice juke, gives him a first down yardage there. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back. So here we go, 1st and 10 now.
All right, here we go.
They'll try the right side with Elliott. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
I think there's one element that just keeps increasing on defense in the NFL, and that's speed. They want it at every position, and we just saw there some linebackers who can go sideline to sideline, run past that trash, go past people, and make tackles near the sidelines.
And not only near the sideline, but also in the backfield there for the loss. The give is to Elliott, and he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. Give him 2 yards that time, and it's going to leave him with a 3rd and 11 situation.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and that'll bring up 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there, and they rallied and made the tackle.
And that field goal caps an 11-play drive.
That's a lot of offense to run to only get 3 points, but they'll take them. Anytime you can put anything on the board, you run to your sideline somewhat happy.
So out now come the Cardinals. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Did they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Ryan. And Walker with it over the middle. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue. I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the first quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch. Now you put the offense in a position where every series, they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs. Getting the sense, Charles, are going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Many teams, as soon as they spot man defense, if they haven't called a hitch, they'll get to it as fast as they can. They want to put the ball in the hands of one of their best playmakers and hope that he can break a tackle on the outside and go for big yardage.
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he will cross the 30 down to the 29-yard line. A gain of 3, second down.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
Off the play fake. Here's Ryan. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cardinals. Jermaine Kearse with his second touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Cardinals now adding on to their lead. Still first quarter, 2 receiving touchdowns for him. How are they going to slow him down?
I think they're thinking about altering their game plan. Whatever they came in with, now maybe you switch a better cover guy to him. Or you make sure you have more people in his general area wherever he lines up to at least try and discourage them from throwing the ball to him.
The kicker, Roberto Aguayo, has it teed up and is about ready to get this one started. This fielded at the 2. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Now a play fake here on first down. Call it a gain of 5, and it'll be a second down. 1 quarter down, 14-3. That's our score. Back to Glendale after this timeout. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and it's the Giants with the football here as we begin quarter number 2. They've got a second down at 5 here to start things out. A give to Elliott running left. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a third down. The Giants on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And very little room to maneuver. They'll get this down to about the 39. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
Another down on the scoreboard, but the urge to go for it is almost irresistible here on 4th and short. Yeah, I know they're on their own side of the field.
I was going to say.
Normally I would say punt the ball away, but I'm feeling it. I say go for it.
And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback. The Cardinal offense here ready to take over. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Hoping now to get back in the end zone on this 4th possession. And down he'll go at the 25. It's a gain of 5, and it'll make it a second down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Now Ryan on second down. And that's incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. Now it's Ryan. Walker with a grab, left side. And he gets it to the 34, good enough for the first. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Came out in a power set, but that only served to put more men in the box. And guess what? If you're going to do that, you've got to win up front, right? Your offensive guys have got to beat the defenders. They lost all leverage on that play.
And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12.
Well, forget about finding a lane there. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Probably fortunate he was able to hold on to the football.
Play action. It's Ryan. Going up top. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Trey Boston. And he will take this all the way up past the 40-yard line.
That was a really nice interception. I think it illustrates the differences between playing man and playing zone. When you're in man, all you're focused on is the receiver in front of you. But when you're in zone, you're allowed to read the quarterback's eyes and go to the ball. That's exactly what happened on that play.
New York set to take the field. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to something else.
And maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. So they took a shot on first down, but couldn't connect.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Here's Kelly, throwing again on 2nd and 10.
Let's face it, perfection is something we all chase, whether it's playing this game or whatever we do. Hard to attain, but that's what they were searching for as that pass goes incomplete.
On 3rd down, it's Elliott. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. 4 yards on the pickup there, but it's going to take him to 4th down. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And a second field goal here cuts their deficit to 14-6 now. A little bit of a lower trajectory there on the deep kick, and it worked.
Had to do it because he had to drive it out low because of the length of the kick. Able to do that, got it above the defense and over the post.
That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. And hang on here. It's the captain of their offense, Matt Ryan, shaken up and remaining on the ground. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. So Ryan out, getting looked at on the sidelines. And they will hand things over to their backup quarterback. And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. And this will be incomplete. Tyler Boyd, the former Pitt Panther, was the target. Third down here. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. It'll be a gain of 9, and that's going to make it fourth down.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. It's taken to the 26. It'll go as a 50-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. Ezekiel Elliott gets ready to go again here on offense as he shuffles onto the field. First month of the season, those numbers pretty solid. Does he continue that?
I think so, because when you come out of the gate this strong, that means that you have planned for it and you like the results that you're getting. So I wouldn't have any doubt that the head coach, offensive coordinator, actually called him in and said, look, you're our guy, okay? We're going to continue to stick with this as long as we're winning games. You ready for the challenge? And then they presented it to the rest of the team. I think we'll see plenty of that as the season moves on.
And I'm sure he said challenge accepted. Over the middle to Smith. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
And they get 10 yards there and convert on third.
Let's go! Blue Lightning!
Now whistles here and a flag down. I think a Giant jumped early.
False start, offense.
And that'll set them back 5. So the penalty by the offense, and now they face a 1st and 15. After the penalty, it's Elliott. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 12 yards is the pickup there, and it's a 2nd down.
That's a good, strong run there. While it won't pick up a first down, it was definitely something needed by that offense. A positive run. They got a good push by their guys up front. Maybe something they can build on as this game continues.
Here we go. V19!
Looking to throw on second. Here's Kelly. Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and this is recovered by the Cardinals. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
So we've got a challenge. Our referee's going to take another look on the tablet. He's going to be watching to see if the knee was down prior to the ball coming out.
Now, I love what you just said there. You nailed it, because if the ball's shifting or moving before the knee or any other part of the body hits the ground, then that'll be considered a fumble.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Now a handoff looking right. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. So nothing there, but maybe you blame that on the blocking.
Yeah, at some point, you've got to win at the point of attack. And on that play, that was all the defense. They made it happen.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. One of his main targets, Delaney Walker, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down. But not to get too overcritical there, because he knows what he's doing, but his shoulders looked a little off kilter there when he threw that.
I don't think you're being overly critical there. You're just analyzing it, and He gets those shoulders right. That pass will go from incomplete to complete.
And he is hit pretty hard from the side as he's knocked down at the 33. That one goes for 24 yards. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it. So those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
Now a handoff here to his running back. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Officially, no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. And when you're running the football, one thing you don't want to see is a big boy coming up there to swallow you whole in those D tackles and nose tackles.
No, you're actually counting on your big boys to protect you from them. But on that play, the defensive tackle had the leverage, and he won the battle. No gain, correct?
No gain. And this is going to be incomplete.
Sometimes the coverage is so good, no matter what you're doing on offense, you just can't shake anyone free. They try their best to find someone open, but they took away every passing alley, every angle, and shut the play down.
And his kick is good. Didn't hit it all that well, but he got enough on it to put it through. And that will extend their lead here to 17-6. So it's a 7-play drive, but it stalls out in the end.
Let's credit the defensive front seven. They were a little leaky at the start of the drive, but they stiffened toward the end.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. And let's gaze our attention on Ezekiel Elliott. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the second quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call it in the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Yeah. Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball. He's having that kind of game.
Yeah, might they get him the ball in some space in some different ways here. A give to Elliott. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
So, my man, I pose this question to you. How do you get to be the number 2 defense against the rush in the NFL?
Let's go. Be better than number 3, I guess.
Okay.
And make plays like that, right?
Well, you know, you're right. At its basic, be better than number 3, but you really nailed it. Make plays like that on a consistent basis.
And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th. Well, they've had a pretty frustrating first half here offensively, and that just continued there with that incompletion.
Yeah, definitely frustrating for them, but heartening for the other guys. Those stop troops, they're enjoying things right now because they've made it very difficult for them throughout the half.
Well, nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Cards will take over, 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And complete to the tight end Walker, right side. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And this one's going to go out of bounds, so no recovery. But on 4th down, a change of possession anyway.
Now, I have to admit, partner, that I've often thought that I don't like this rule, where the offensive player fumbles the ball, goes out of bounds.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. A great effort there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Cardinals will extend their lead. And that moment we just saw, always so special for any rookie, the first touchdown of his career.
And there's nothing like anticipation, is there? You know he's been dreaming about it, thinking about it. It's been a part of every bit of his being. And finally, it gets done. He's got to feel great right now.
And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. New York set to take the field. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
A big hitter there. A first down gain of 26 yards.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
And a big collision there as he winds up flat on his back near the 34-yard line. In just 2 minutes' time, don't forget we'll get you to Orlando for our halftime report. To bring it to you, who else but Larry Ridley?
Now that man knows his football. Go get him, Larry.
Hard throw, incomplete.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So that one is his third of the game. Now, if you're wondering, that's only halfway to his career high as he once had 6 field goals.
Brandon, but 6? Let's hope we don't get that again, please. Okay, can we see a few touchdowns here and there?
That'd be nice. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments. When we talk with people about what we think the most important quality for an NFL quarterback to possess, what do people usually say?
Arm strength, and he showed the arm strength there.
Yeah, pretty good bullet pass he threw, but he wasn't accurate, was he?
No.
Listen, you like mobility, but accuracy, first and foremost, is what a quarterback needs. He didn't possess it on that play.
And now the Giants will stop play as they take a timeout defensively. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. The Cardinals on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. Back to throw here. And he will find his man. That's Hogan, complete. A gain of 13 and also a first down.
And another thing that makes the comeback route really effective is that oftentimes after you've made the initial move, receivers breaking away from the defensive back, and that makes it a really tough play to defend. Nice chunk of yardage picked up there.
And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution. And
a loose football. They find some open field here. And he will score. Touchdown, Giants. Fumbles, that's how you get in the coach's doghouse. The first one lost and it hurt. This time you lose it and it's taken in for a score. It really hurt.
And about that doghouse, it won't exactly be comfortable, and it definitely won't be air-conditioned.
Milk bones?
None.
Back to an 8-point game. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it'll bring up a second down. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height. Sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there if he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does for a quarterback who has to slide and find open space to throw.
So the offense has it 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Howard Jones in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Holding offense.
Umpire threw the flag, usually always indicates holding, and that's what we've got.
And you know, depending on their positioning, where you are on the field, the umpires get different responsibilities, but always making sure no one's holding.
And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the second down play, they burn the timeout, making him sweat out the final few ticks here in the second quarter. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here. After 1st and 2nd down went backwards, it's 3rd and very long. And with time running down, they go down to a knee. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say, we'll see what happens. Here's Drew Butler now. On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. So we reach halftime here in Glendale with the Cardinals on top. As we send you on down to our studios in Orlando, where standing by is Larry Ridley with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, back to you guys in a minute. But first, it's indeed time for our EA Sports Halftime Report. The Cardinals are up right now and are looking to keep up the pressure moving forward. The Giants didn't play their best, and they'll need to be at their best now to come back. All right, let's take a look at some of the highlights from the first half. Cardinals with the football midway through the first. The quick pass, it's complete, and this 5-play drive goes for a touchdown. As they get out to a 7.
All right, folks, eager to get back to this Week 4 matchup. We won't put up a fight. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. So here's the Cardinals offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had an ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Here we go.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And he goes out of bounds across the 40-yard line. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
If you run an out route, it's likely you end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
The Cardinals on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 10.
Here we go now. 3-19.
They'll set up to throw. He's got Curse. And they're able to convert on 3rd with a solid gain of 23. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down.